Okay, boys and girls, we have been talking in our reading series about families, and our stories have been about families and kids from different countries and places. The story of Maria in Brazil, and then our story, The Big Red Lollipop, and that family was from a different place. So we're going to do a little activity. It's called Blank on the Map. So it's you on the map, okay? So you'll need your red paper that was in your packet. You'll need your on the map paper, a pencil, some scissors, and I'm going to use a black Sharpie to make it dark to make sure you can see it today. You also need some glue to do this activity, and I even brought some crayons to maybe color my stars when I'm all done. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my white paper and I'm going to cut around the dotted edge. I'm not going to cut anywhere else, just around. I'm going to cut the margins off. And if you need help, do as neat as you can. Maybe an adult or someone can help you. So I'm cutting around the edges of the on the map paper. I know you're working to do your very best. Can't wait to see these. And once I have the outside edge, I'm going to throw away that trash. Okay. And then we're going to do a little bit more cutting before we write our name on it, because we want to know where we're at on the map. We read the stories and learning about families in different other places, but we want to see where we're at. So we're going to cut again. This time we're going to cut just up to this solid line, okay? So we don't want to go past that. We're just going to cut up to the solid line, and I'm going to stop right there. And I'm going to do each one like that on the dotted line up to the solid line. And we're going to end up having little flaps when we do that. So I'm going to get a hold of it here on this flap and cut up to the solid line. And then I'm going to pick it up and hold that one and cut up to the solid line. Don't cut past there. Just cut up to the solid line. One more. And then I have several flaps that I'm going to be able to do. So then I'm going to, in case you need to stop the video or pause it, I'm going to go ahead and get my name on it, okay? Now, you're not going to write Mrs. Burkett. You're going to write your name. You're going to write William or Harper, Braxton, okay? You're going to write your name. I'm going to write Mrs. Burkett, okay? And I'll just kind of put up here so you remember if you had to stop, your name is what you want to write on that line. So Mrs. Burkett on the map. Where is Mrs. Burkett on the map? So once you have your name, then you're going to take your paper where you've cut out the border and you've cut all your flap lines up. You're going to turn it over, and on this margin that you didn't cut on, behind where you wrote your name, you're going to put some glue there, okay? So you should have some glue in your packet. Doesn't need to be too much, just enough to hold it down there. Maybe go up and down once or twice. And then you're going to turn it over and try to, it's a little flappy because it's a flap paper. You're going to place it in the middle of your red paper and press down that edge. So there you go. Okay. So now you have a nice little flap, and each one of them can kind of fold up. And we're going to write underneath of them. So we know where we're at on the map. We've been looking at our globe this week with our unit on families from around the world and comparing families and looking at some continents. So we're going to find out where we're at on the map. Now, I've also included some slides of a variety of maps, a world map and a continent map and a country map. and a state map, and there's even one in there that shows Muhlenberg County. Now, I don't see where it asks for our county, but we might be able to put that under my state. So let's just go ahead and get started. So we all know the planet that we live on, right? And I'm just going to see how my pencil shows up for you. So I'm going to lift that flap and I'm going to write Earth. We all live on Earth, and you'll all write the same thing because we all live on Earth. That shows up pretty good. I may not need my black Sharpie. Okay. So we all live on Earth. And then you may know what continent. We all live here in Muhlenberg County and in Kentucky. So our continent, we've talked about this when we looked at our globe. Those of you who came to classrooms had a globe, but there's a globe image that I'm sending you in the slides. The continent that we live on, and you may know it, is North America. So I'm going to capitalize it because that's the proper name of our continent. There are 7 continents, and we live on the continent of North America. So do your neatest writing, practice good handwriting skills, and fit it in there. I maybe should have started over a little bit further. Let me see. If I put my flap down, no, it covers it. And then the next flap is asking us our country. Now, we all know our country, the United States of America. So we're going to have to maybe do 2 lines on this one. So I'm going to start up here, maybe split it in half a little bit. I'll just draw a little light line to help me keep a straight spot. You might use that. But I want us to write out our country. The United States of America. And we maybe don't say that complete name very often. We use the abbreviation, don't we? Now, if you can fit it in, remember capital T-U-S and A for the proper name of our country, you might be able to fit in what many of us are more familiar. We live in the USA. And that's what that stands for. That's an acronym. United States of America, the USA. That's our country. Okay? And then I think we can all write the same thing for my state as well. We live in the state of, you're probably saying it, and some of you may know how to spell it, although I know 5th graders sometimes would struggle with this state. Capital K, right? Kentucky. Kentucky. And that has that short E sound like we've been working on this week. Kentucky. Like egg. Tuck. Like you tuck something under your arm. And a Y. Kentucky. We all live in the state of Kentucky. That's where we're at on the map. So maybe going too fast. If you need to pause or go back and replay the video, you can do that to help you get it filled in. So once you have Kentucky, then we're going to talk about my city. Where is my city on the map? Where is your city on the map? Some of you maybe live in Drakesboro, Beechmont, Cleveton, okay, Belton, okay. So different names on the map, Dunmore. But talk to your mom and dad. They get mail in the mail sometimes, and they may be able to help you locate the correct spelling of the name of your city. Now, my city is Greenville. I don't think any of you live in Greenville, but I'm going to write the name of my city in there, and you're going to do the same with yours. And some cities are a little bit harder to spell than others. I know some kids have struggled with the word Drakesboro or Cleveton, okay, Dunmore. So get mom or dad or someone to help you identify your city. It's a part of your address. When we address something, mail something, it always has, or we get mail, it always has our state, our city, and our state at the bottom of the address line. And right above the address line is our street. Now, this is going to be different. If we wrote a list of all the different cities just in our classroom, there might be several different cities that we would write, and there would definitely be different streets that we would live on. We all live in different streets. So it could be Hillsboro, could be 431 South, if you live out along this main highway. So see if you can track down the name of your street. You might have to take a drive or not fill this out until you go for a drive and find the little green street sign name. Your mom or dad or someone might be able to help you, grandma or grandpa, to write the name of your street, okay? So you're going to write that under that flap. And then when you're done, and it should flap up, and you can find yourself on the maps. Look at the maps that I've sent, and I'm going to go ahead and also color in some stars. Okay, this is where I live, and I just might color a few of these stars blue or green. Could color them all different colors. So whatever color you want to color, you could color in your stars, okay? And that's you on the map. Okay, and that goes along with our different cultures, different families in different places, how we're alike and how we're different. Okay, so people live on different continents and different countries and in different states and cities. So I hope you enjoyed this, boys and girls. Do a great job. I can't wait to see them. Bye-bye.